Okay, good evening again, and moving on to the second part of our session. Allow me just a moment to share the screen with you, and we'll see what we are talking on alliances. So, moving forward, we were talking about airline alliances, and I want to talk about a more advanced way to cooperate. So far, many firms within an industry can actually cooperate in a vast network. The airline industry is a model within it because actually most of the leading companies in the world in this kind of business sector are actually grouped in three very large groups. One of them, the largest one so far, is known as a Star Alliance, and it encompasses 27 companies from different continents working together like a same firm. They seek to offer a seamless experience of traveling to all the passengers in order to make sure that they can have a valuable way and repeated purchase with all the members. This kind of clip shows you the network of the company. I will post it for you in Blackboard. Now, just to get a small dossier of what is the scope of this kind of alliance. These 27 companies altogether fly each year more than 600 million passengers. As you can see, they have a very large revenue, and this kind of scheme is a way to protect themselves against other non-aligned competitors. They can get incremental revenue from markets that they could not serve individually due to needs on fleet and needs on staff and, naturally speaking, on funding. So if you think about industries that are somehow commoditized, you can actually be seeing a candidate to get this kind of cooperation schemes of multilateral nature. Now, moving on to joint ventures. In the case of joint ventures, as we were talking a moment ago, we have complementary resources combined from two or more companies. The main idea here is that the new business unit formed will have the advisory and will have the follow-up of the parenting firms in order to make it a viable and sustainable operation. Just two examples that are actually renowned in their business environments. Sony Ericsson is the combination of a company highly specialized in media, in this case Sony, and Ericsson, one specialized in telecommunications. If you get them together, what happens? You have a cellular phone that actually was a pioneer just before the smartphones to be able to transmit multimedia in a very high quality way. Now, back to the airlines. In military industry, the Russians are highly renowned for their technology development, their cost efficiency, but so far they have lost ground in commercial airliner sector. Nevertheless, in the regional area of this business sector, the Italians are highly regarded as reliable and extremely cost efficient. So what happened? Alenia Aermacchi from Italy got together with Sukhoi, the largest firm in Russia regarding air and space technology, and they created what is known as Superjet International. They have developed so far a Superjet regional model in order to compete with Embraer and with Bombardier in the international sector in this particular arena. And so far, they have gotten interesting grounds, not only in Eastern Europe, but also in Asia, and more remarkably here in Latin America with Interjet, actually operating some 20 or 20 more than 20 examples of this particular jet. So far, the two firms in charge of Superjet are evaluating the feasibility and they are still injecting money in order to make sure that this product becomes a successful one. Now, the next business strategy that I want to talk briefly about is franchising. You know that we live in a world of franchises. What is the keyword or the key idea here is replication of a successful business model with all its procedures, with all its branding standards, and with the ability to have all the business practices that makes it successful in any kind of market. Naturally speaking, if you're the one buying the franchise, you are buying the know-how, you are buying the right to use the brand, and you are buying the knowledge and the support to make sure that the business has a nice opportunity to be successful. So you would be investing in having a minor curve of experience so that revenue and profits may come in a short term. Now, important roles here. If you are ever going to make a franchise, you will be the franchisor. And the main idea here is to create all the appropriate procedures and to set the appropriate pricing to give value to your knowledge. Naturally speaking, the franchising scheme is not limited only to the brand use. They can also include the use of stock. They can also include uniforms, talent procedures, just to name a few. And the main idea here is the more robust the business model and the processes, the more probable the outcome of success. Now, if you're the one buying the franchise, you are the franchisee. And you have to know that this kind of model works with not only the use of license, but the payment of royalties. Per year or per semester, for example, you would be paying for the right of use, and you would be hiring staff according to the criteria and guidelines of the franchisor. The main idea here is that if you follow and if you ask for advisory, you will have the ability to develop a territory in a very quick way. In fact, usually the franchisor gives advisory regarding the choice of territory and some of the paperwork that may come together. The next clip I want you to look is the history of Subway. So far, a very successful franchising model, a competing one to fast food industry with a little twist of healthy sandwiches, and one that actually is becoming more popular in big urban cities, big urban centers like Mexico City, like New York, and you can even see it present in big urban centers like airports, stadiums, just to name a few. So let me make this hangout a little bit shorter so that I may prove how are you doing with the projection of the screen. And I will come back in the next hangout to keep moving with the session. So please stay with us, and we will be back in a couple of minutes. Thank you very much.